Hello everyone and welcome to your match day here at Ibrox Stadium press room. It is Rangers versus St Mirren and you're used to seeing just this bald head, but now we've upgraded ever so much. We have Andrew Anderson, our editor, is up from London. Andrew, how are you?
I'm super, man. Great. I feel really refreshed and good on 2 hours of sleep. I feel wonderful and excited to be here to see the buddies.
And we also have our lovely Sheryl Ritchie. Sheryl, you are here on matchday duty as well, and you popped in to join us.
I have, but I'm only here because I brought the Maltesers and the buttons.
That is that's very true. As you can see, folks, we're just having a bit of a laugh with this. It is Rangers versus St Mirren. Rangers team is out. It is Jack Butland in goals, James Tavernier, Robin Proper, Cyril Dessers, Mohamed Diamande, Vaclav Cherny, Clinton Inciala, Jefty Vital da Silva Diaz, Hamza Igaman, Yanis Hadji and Nicholas Raskin. On the bench for Rangers, Liam Kelly, Ridvan Yilmaz, Thomas Lawrence, Nadim Bayrami, Rafael Fernandez, Ross McCausland, Bailey Rice, Finlay Curtis, Danilo Pereira da Silva. That was alright, I pronounced that quite good. Yeah, not bad at all. Sheryl, thoughts on that?
That was the exact lineup, believe it or not, that I picked on my pre-match walk with my dog and my son. So I'm fairly happy with that. I think we discussed briefly last night. Suter, big miss, but I think Proper alongside Inciala, fine. I've got no issues with that whatsoever.
Andrew, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree on the defence. Happy to see Danilo back on the bench. Like seeing Igaman and Dessers together. Maybe less so Dessers, but the fact that we're playing with two strikers is a good thing. So, hopeful and excited.
Yeah, let's go through the St Mirren team lineup. Zachary Hemming in goals, Ryan Ali Bielsu, Richard Taylor, Mark O'Hara, Jona Ayungu, Mikael Mandron, Alex Gogic, Callian Boyd, Munns, Marcus Fraser, Declan John and Killian Phillips. On the bench for St Mirren, Peter Uminski, Scott Tanzer, Olsen Smith, Greg Kilty, Roland Idowu, Owen Oseni, and then there's Otoyosi Olisanya, Luke Kenny, and Elvis Bomono. That wasn't easy. But Olisanya is actually one that's actually caused us a wee bit of problems. Alex Gogic, Sheryl will have his usual man of the match versus us, but you know what you're going to get from St Mirren.
Yep, saves it for us, does Gogic, but he always plays out of his skin, doesn't he? I think he did the same for Hibs as well. We should have enough. We should have more than enough to get through this. Absolutely happy with the two strikers on the pitch for us as well. Just to echo what Andrew said, and Declan John, formerly of this parish as well.
I was about to say, yeah, very good spot. He obviously was here under the Murty era. For us, I am pleased with. You've got the option with Dessers being as our 9. Hamza Igaman can come off to the left. Hadji can go central. Hadji can be left. Igaman can be central. They can move about. So there's a lot of fluidity there, Andrew.
Yeah, so I mean, similar lineup to last week, but obviously, Butland dropping out and Bayrami dropping out as well. I think, you could probably argue that the team's maybe slightly weaker with Robin Proper, but then it's made stronger by the inclusion of Igaman and Dessers as the two strikers rather than Bayrami. So, yeah, overall, as Sheryl says, I think we should have more than enough to do the business today. But we've said that before games, and it's not been the case. So here's hoping for a good result for Rangers. We're
all good in the press room. Bruce Springsteen has been on repeat, and we're all having a general good time. Sheryl, give us your match prediction, please.
3-0.
First goal score?
Dessers.
Andrew?
I would say 2-1 Rangers, but Hadji's going to get the first goal.
Yeah, since you've went 2-1 and 3-0,
I took the negative one already.
I'll go 4-1.
Yeah.
I'll go 4-1 and I'll go for Igaman to score a couple and score the first. I think Yanis Hadji will notch today as well. But let's hope Rangers victory. The three of us will be back in the gantry with hopefully all the match day updates, and let's hope there's lots of Rangers goals in it. See you soon. 8 minutes gone at Ibrox Stadium and Rangers through Jack Butland almost behind Andrew.
Yeah, poor clearance I think comes out to a St Mirren player, and just really good double save, but it'd be really good if we didn't have to be making it,
Yeah, Sheryl, that was a mistake and we could have found ourselves behind.
It was kind of similar to his distribution against Hearts when he made that mistake there and then pulled off the wonder save. Two excellent double saves, but again was almost the architect of his own downfall there.
Yeah, Rangers have been fine. Started off a bit slowly, a couple of corners. St Mirren now getting back into it. St Mirren have got a really big team, and that's obviously causing us problems. But we're coming up for 10 minutes. That was a major moment. It was a great double save by Butland, but architect, as Sheryl says, of our own downfall there. And this is interesting because St Mirren have went a couple up. Seem to be causing us a wee bit of problems, Sheryl, but we need to get into a wee bit more in midfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Just need to let the game settle a wee bit more, Stevie. I get, like you say, started pretty well, a couple of corners, but since then St Mirren have come right back into it. Need to let the game settle a wee bit.
Andrew, your thoughts first 10?
Yeah, I mean, stop me if you've heard this one before, but Rangers dominating possession, doing some decent play, and then St Mirren coming back into it and near scoring with their first opportunity. It'd be nice if it wasn't the first time it had happened, but it feels like I've said that for almost every game we've played so far. So, yeah, we are where we are.
Yeah, let's hope for more. Coming up for 10, still 0-0. And a good double save by Butland, but Rangers need to pick up a wee bit. Just coming up for 30 minutes on the clock here at Ibrox. It's still Rangers 0, St Mirren 0. And I'd love to tell you there was lots to report since our last update, but aside of a Czerny shot and an Igaman deflected effort over, Sheryl, there's not much at all.
No, quite frustrating so far, Stevie. St Mirren have actually set up pretty well. They're not sitting back. They're trying to play football against us, and thus far it's working for them. It's quite frustrating.
Yeah, Andrew, they are playing a really high line, 2 up front. They're quite strong and resolute, as we know, but Rangers aren't offering a lot, are they?
No, I think our only real attacking threat has looked like Czerny. Him aside, and a half-decent effort from Igaman, which didn't deflect it over. We're not really seeing a lot of attacking prowess from us. And I think, credit to Mirren, because they are playing a high line. They've come here to attack, and they are pressing us. So, yeah, I mean, in theory, it's nice and, interesting for the neutral, but we aren't neutral.
No, I'd just like to see a wee bit more in midfield and stuff. Rangers need something to spark them into life, Sheryl.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of similar to last Saturday. We're not offering a lot in midfield and are quite easy to play through at the moment. So, no, we definitely need to do something to kind of show things up a wee bit.
Yeah, it's getting raggy as well at the back there. Butland again was passing at the back, played one straight out of field here and starting to get a wee bit tetchy in the stands. I just think that's more because we're not seeing anything from Rangers, and that's been the most disappointing thing. Hopefully the next update we'll have some better news. Maybe just stick with this as St Mirren are going to throw this one long in. Igaman trying to clear. It's a free kick to Rangers, so we will end it there. 30 gone. Rangers 0, St Mirren 0. Just right on half time, Hamza Igaman has been red carded. It's gone to VAR. It's been changed to a yellow. Andrew, talk us through that one.
I think we got away with one, to be honest. It looks like a lunge from me. It'd be Rangers for us to get it, So I'm a little surprised it's been overturned, but I'll take it all day long. It's maybe the only positive thing that's happened for us so far today.
Yeah, Sheryl, it's not been a good first half. We spoke about it on the last update. St Mirren have been the better team. We are not playing well. It needed something. It's going to go to half time now. But Rangers need to be a whole lot better, Sheryl, than this. This is not good.
They absolutely do, Stevie. Sloppy passes, nothing coming off. There's just absolutely nothing doing at the moment. And like you say, St Mirren actually look like the stronger of the teams. We still look a wee bit weak at the back. Hang on.
Igaman gets it to Hadji in the box. It did come off there, so what's it going to be? Going to be a goal kick, yeah. So the crowd are obviously reacting to Kevin Clancy. To be fair, Clancy couldn't wait to get his red card out there for Hamza Igaman. Sheryl, sorry to interrupt you there. We need more from this Rangers team.
We absolutely do. There's just nothing doing, and as we said earlier, St Mirren are actually the more likely to score out of both teams. We still look a wee bit frail at the back. Obviously the worry around set pieces as well. Our corners are coming to absolutely nothing. I wish we would stop this kind of short corner that we've obviously been practicing, because I think we've seen 2 or 3 of them so far and they are not working.
No, I agree completely. Need more from this Rangers team. St Mirren causing Rangers problems in areas where they shouldn't be. I think Jeffrey's had a bit of a chasing at left back at times as well. Need to be better on the ball. Midfield again, they're not dominating, and that's the biggest problem. There's nothing up front. So we need a wee bit of shake. It's going to be 0-0 at half time, you'd imagine. It's just coming up. And that red card obviously rescinded. Rangers haven't created. There's been a Czerny effort. Not much else. Again, I think we're going to get to half time. Needs to be a lot better in the second half. It is Rangers 0, St Mirren 0. Coming up for half time now. 55 minutes gone at Ibrox. It is Rangers 0, St Mirren 1, and this is just gone from bad to worse. There's no point in sugarcoating this anymore, ladies and gentlemen, so I won't try. This team is not set up well. we don't perform well and we play in patches. That patch hasn't come. St Mirren find herself one up. It comes with a VAR check, Sheryl. We didn't think it was a foul. Proves it wasn't a foul and St Mirren lead.
Absolutely, we've just kind of carried on from where we left off in the first half, offering absolutely nothing. Goal, not a huge shock. Long VAR check, we got our hopes up, but we didn't think there was a foul in the build-up. Wasn't, and it's 1-0 St Mirren, and as we said at the end of the first half, it's actually no more than they deserve, unfortunately.
Yeah, Andrew, I'd love to say that we could make a defence for Rangers, but this is awful.
No, and we can't say it's not been coming either. We talked in the first half that St Mirren played quite a high line, and it's proved successful for them. I haven't said yet, I'm very happy to be here, Stevie. Glad I travelled up for this one. It's been great so far. The Pies were excellent, but Rangers have been abysmal so far. And the problem is, it's not the first time it's happened. We've seen this kind of performance from them time and time again this season, and yeah, it's just a further illustration of why it's time up for this manager.
Yeah, I don't want to start getting on his back because everybody knows how I feel, but this is why I feel like that. It was a long ball forward. Ayunga, I think it was, on Clinton and Ciala, and there was a kind of, when Ciala goes over, there's not much contact. He volleys it in, Clancy gives the foul. St Mirren are going again here. It's whipped away. We are nothing but a long ball, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we're doing. And you can tell the fans are getting upset at this, and it's just there's nothing there. Like, it's individuals we're relying on, and the goal, just a long ball, Sheryl bouncing, volleys it in all the time. The world, it's just not good enough.
It's just really poor. We need changes and we need them quickly. But do you know what? This is fast becoming the norm. That there's a poor first half performance, and we're looking for things to change in the second half. Stevie, it's the norm for us.
There he comes, Danilo. Should be on from the start. Danilo should never be out of this team. We are absolutely nothing without him up front, and I'll continue to say it, and people go on again about it, but Danilo's our number 9, he's our striker. Let's hope he can make a difference. He's coming on for Hamza Igaman after 57 minutes, and that'll go down like a lead balloon in this crowd as well.
For Rangers coming off, number 29 Hamza Igaman, and replacing him is number 99 Danilo.
Interesting. Danilo's going to come on as a number 10, I think. So we need something to change. Let's hope Danny can do it. It's 1-0 St Mirren. Rangers in big trouble. Been here before. 70 minutes gone at Ibrox. It's 2-0 St Mirren. Olisanya rolls and Ciala, quick as you like. And it's thoroughly deserved. This Rangers team are terrible, Sheryl, and there's just nothing you can say.
No, there's not. St Mirren have absolutely got us sussed here. They're physical. That we have absolutely nothing in response. Stevie, I can't really see even any changes that he can make from the bench, from the back to the front. We're just really, really poor and offering absolutely nothing in response.
Tav Sky's one over, which just sums us up, Andrew. I get criticism because I'm so hard on this team and I'm so hard on this manager, but this is an absolute mess.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. I think Clinton Ciala is going to come under some scrutiny for his part in the 2 goals. I think it's going to be unfair to level the
Double
play
change for
just
Rangers
to
coming
him.
off, number 10 Mohamed Diomande and number 30 Yanis Hadji. Replacing them are number 11 Tom Lawrence and number 14 Nadim Bayrami.
So there you go, the manager's ringing the changes, and unfortunately, when we can bring on Bayrami and Lawrence, and we're hoping that that's going to change the game, I'm sorry, but the squad as a whole isn't good enough. But the fact is, we've spoken about this before, this team should be doing much better. We do have the players who can do it, but it's just they are not playing well and continually just disappoint in terms of what they should be achieving.
There's nothing to this team though. All we are is a long ball team under a manager who has no idea how to set them up. There's no strategy, there's nothing about it at all. And yeah, the players, they need to take massive responsibility for this as well. They do, but we're just continually outplayed by teams, and it's not even difficult anymore. I mean, 2 of the most simplest goals you'll get for St Mirren, and Ciala will get stick, but Ibrox is now, I would say, half empty, and we're sitting at 70 minutes at home. We can talk about a takeover, Sheryl, we can talk about everything. This on the park can't continue no matter what.
No, certainly not. And we believe, and we've heard from Patrick Stewart, that the manager has the European run another couple of these results, and I can't see that coming to fruition. Things need to change desperately and quickly. Here's Sheryl on a run now.
Lost it. Just overrun it. It's not going to happen for us today, or it certainly doesn't seem like it, that's for sure. It looks like it might actually get worse at the other side. 73 on the clock. It's Rangers 0, St Mirren 2, and it's absolutely desperate. Just coming into the 90th minute now. Ibrox, it's Rangers 0, St Mirren 2. A thoroughly deserved victory for St Mirren against what has just been, Andrew, an absolute abject Rangers performance from start to finish. You can tell by what a handful of fans that are left here in this stand now. It is shameful, it is embarrassing, it is unfortunately exactly what you've come to expect now.
Yeah, we were just talking off air, and it's the fact that this isn't massively surprising. You can easily see us getting beat 2-0 by St Mirren the way we're playing at the moment, and Rangers again have not performed to the levels that they need to. It's just been an abject performance, really poor. There's no motivation, there's no desire. The subs coming on haven't changed the game. Just really poor from all personnel concerned, and they absolutely include the manager in that.
Sheryl, there's not really much else we can say. It's desperate.
No, do you know what? The manager, Stevie, asked for a response from the Queen's Park game. We didn't really get one. We were extremely lucky at Tynecastle. And he spoke again, I think, yesterday about quality on the pitch, and we have seen absolutely none of that. I'd say it's pretty clear that none of the players are playing for him. The subs haven't worked. I don't think Tom Lawrence has passed a Rangers player since he came on. It's dire. It's absolutely dire. We've become accustomed to it. But credit to St Mirren as well. They've set up well. They've defended well. I don't think their goalie has had much to do today. It's pitiful.
It is embarrassing, folks. If I could turn around the screen, I would. You would see there's literally hundreds of fans left in this stadium. It is embarrassing. This is over for Philip Clement. It's over for Rangers this season. By far, the players have clearly chucked it under him. And it's desperate. I know we're going to have to carry this on because he's not going to get put out 9 minutes of added. I said 10. That's just prolonging what is agony to watch us.
I could give us another 90 and it wouldn't make a difference.
No, I wouldn't. But the thing is, Sheryl, we've spoken about this now. It's game over. It's end game time. But if they aren't going to remove him, we need to accept that this is going to happen now because these players aren't moving for this guy. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
And if they aren't listening to him. Sorry, my dear, to interrupt you.
No, they're not, and I can't see. I might be wrong, but I can't see him being removed before the Europa run. They made that quite clear. Obviously, you've got the financial thing of removing him, which would fall on the current board as well. So for that reason, I can't see him being removed. But this is just dire, and the fans are going to vote with their feet as well. We've seen that this afternoon. But all that will happen is the crowds will get smaller and smaller because people won't put up with this. It's absolutely dire. And do you know what? As sure as night follows day, we get a wee bit of light with a slip up at Easter Road, and this is how we respond as well. These players cannot raise it for anything.
No, because they're not good enough, and this manager has no clue how to set them up or get them performing. That much is clear. Optimistically, we said 2-0, 3-0, 4-1 before the game, and it just turns out that we were nowhere near that. Full credit to Stephen Robertson and St Mirren. They've been excellent, thoroughly bossed us, came with a game plan, played high, played aggressively, and do you know what? They've been so comfortable. Rangers haven't come close this afternoon. They haven't come close in the slightest. It's been an embarrassing performance, again, under this manager and for this team. It's end game. It should be end game. What more can you say? It's not going to get any better. We are going to trundle along until hopefully we get a takeover, until hopefully we get some money, until hopefully we sack him and get somebody that's more competent in the dugout. There is 9 minutes to add on. There's 7 minutes of them still to go. It is 2-0. St Mirren have got the points as it stands. It's not going to change. They probably look more likely for it to get worse as Declan John just embarrasses us, moving away from Czerny, Raskin and Tav. Declan John, who was not good enough for us 5-6 years ago. Oh, it's been a painful afternoon, that's for sure. one of absolute many. 2-0 St Mirren.
Four Lads podcast is sponsored by Rhino Express, Clyde Joinery, Athol Industrial Solutions Limited and CSD Air Conditioning, along with Art of Gold. Thank you for listening or watching the podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show.